Hello and welcome back, everybody. Did it, like, not let me load my... Okay, yeah, I get it. So, from what we remember, we stepped in here because we were looking for our father. And we stepped into the catacombs. And once we did, this little teleporter stops working. It stops working permanently. Now, I do have a little bit of extra lore that's translated in the manual that I'm just going to read real quick. Once there was a small country named Verdite, which was surrounded on all sides by a deep forest. In ancient days, there was a great war here. Many people died, and there was great destruction. But finally, a hero arose who saved Verdite. Whether the savior was a person, a fairy, or a monster, it quickly disappeared into the fog which drifts through the forest. This being came to be known as the Dragon of the Forest, and a sanctuary was built to honor it, and the builders passed on the story. Eventually, the legend remained, and the sanctuary was turned into the royal family's graveyard, and all was quiet. One legend says that one day the Dragon of the Forest will return, bringing magical artifacts, although for now, the sanctuary remains silent. Once a certain clan and its leader visited the sanctuary and used magic power to take rule over the country, making their leader king. It was they who started to build the royal cemetery in the sanctuary. As the graveyard became bigger and bigger, it seemed that the king might be searching for the magical artifacts of legend. In fact, that may be why he and his people came there in the first place. John Alfred Forester was born the eldest son of Hauser, commander of the Royal Guard. He became interested in the art of sword fighting and started training. It seemed he might have a skill that could even surpass his father's. Hoping to exceed his father, John set out for a neighboring country to study under his father's hand. And so one day, while working on his technique, John heard a rumor about his home. The king often sent soldiers to search for magical artifacts, but no matter how hard they searched, they never found them. Finally, the soldiers didn't come back at all, so another force was sent to investigate. It turned out that monsters had appeared in the graveyard and were attacking the soldiers. The king ordered Commander Hauser to lead a force and regain control, but they were massacred and almost completely destroyed. So the king spread word across his kingdom and the neighboring countries, offering a bounty for exterminating the monsters and trying to recruit mercenaries. Concerned for his father's safety, John returned home to find that Commander Forester had returned after leading the attack, but then went back to the graveyard to rescue his men. John decided to enlist as a mercenary and go to the graveyard to search for his father. So, the place John Alfred Forester trained is Granatiki. This comes into play in Kingsfield 2 when you take the role of his friend, Prince Alexander of Granatiki, who was his training partner. So yeah, you come in here because the current king, Reinhardt, is searching for magical artifacts in the catacombs. And stuff happens. So let's load our stuff from yesterday. What? Wait, what? Where is my... Where is my... EPSXE? Ah! I hate this emulator. I'm telling you, I hate it. Yeah, it's gone, I guess. Yeah, F for reals. Um, yeah, I didn't do anything. Hold on just a second. Be right back. I'm just looking to see if, like, I have a memory card somewhere that I didn't know about. Hmm. It's really weird. I guess I'm just gonna have to start again. Ripperoo. I'll let this run again. This runs too fast for me to keep up with. This is kind of an abridged version of what I just read. But this is you going to the teleporter to go find your father. I'm actually really annoyed. Now I have to do all of that again. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Alright. So we'll call that first one a dress rehearsal, unless it doesn't work again, and then rip, I guess. But never had that happen with this emulator, that it just like lost the memory card. Let's see if we can kill the skeleton here. Alright, it's not a door. Yeah. This skeleton's real hard when you're like just starting out. We were rank 7 when I finished it last time. He's mad. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. We'll be back. Once we have a few levels. That should be a locked door. So our first... What we learned last time is this top floor is basically where a lot of the army guys died. And it's translated as graveyard, but it's more like a catacomb. This should be... a bunch of skeletons. At this point, they are entirely too difficult. So this is the shopkeeper. Wilfred Light. We're just looking for illusory walls, because there are a few that I know I didn't hit last time. The mind-boggling skeleton lads are really, really fun. So, because they were looking for magical objects in here on behalf of the king, there's a lot of like little dead ends. How's the volume, by the way? Because there is all of that, and YouTube recording didn't pick up any of it. Cool. There's a Reaper. By the way, let's look at the Reaper real fast. I keep calling them trees because they look like trees, but apparently, according to the Kingsfield manual, as translated by the fan translators, it's made of flesh, and the branches are tentacles. You can't see me, but I'm making that like GIF surprised face, or like surprised Pikachu face. I love you, FromSoft. I'm a big fan of Reapers. Look, a FromSoft game with a pause button. There's your pause button joke. I won't make any more, I'm sorry. Vinicius. Hey, Vinicius Silver. What's going on? Did we already rob that? We did, probably. Let's talk to this guy. This is Basque Cruise again. Grab more medicinal stuff. Like, this time there was a memory card thingy. I don't know. Not even going to think about it. Emulator borked my memory card, so I have to do this bit again. One of these days, I'll have space, and then I'll have my original hardware back, and... Because actually my hardware is in the basement because I don't have space. I love Verdite. Verdite's the best. Let's go mess with Sasquatch, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely a tree. I was reading through the manual again, and that's what it said, and I'm like, wait, what? There's two. I'm gonna come around, get a better angle, I guess. Don't give up, skeleton. So, the object of this floor is to get as many bloodstones as possible. Bloodstones don't do anything in this game. They do stuff in Kingsfield 2, and 3, and 4, but they don't do anything here. They are just... treasure. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to attack first. So everybody's digging around in here for, like, magical treasures, and apparently the only thing people are getting are, like, bloodstones and moonstones. Kingsfield. Kingsfield's fun. Like, this feels a lot more faster than I thought it would be. Because you kind of feel like you're on roller skates. Now, if I could just stop trading with the scorpion, that'd be great. I did not like that trade. But I leveled up, so that's fine. Ugh! I have no time for you fleshy tree things. Not right now. Just in case, it couldn't get any worse. Fleshy tree things. Does anyone need, refresher on how Kingsfield controls? Hey! A dragon cup! We need that. Scholar's bones. The water of the fountain has withered because I took the cup from the temple. Someone please return the cup to the dragon's temple. Alright. This came out with the release of the original PlayStation control system in Japan. This was never released in America because the PlayStation wasn't released for another year in America. This was before the age of global releases of consoles. It was a year in between the release of the PlayStation in Japan from America. By the time that this was released in America, Kingsfield 2 in Japan had already released. Age Tech was like a group of like 10 people, maybe less than 10 people, in their tiny little in their place. I'll be back to that. These are little areas I did not see the first time. Anyway, so ooh, boy. No, thank you. I'd rather fight the scorpions. So by the time this released, Kingsfield 2 in Japan was released, and again, Age Tech was like a office of less than 10, so they went straight to localizing Kingsfield 2. Kingsfield 2 follows Prince Alexander of Granatiki, who I mentioned earlier. Kingsfield as a series takes, like the first 3 Kingsfields takes place over like 15-20 years of in-game time. Alright, I'm just gonna go. So like you kind of miss the first third of the story because they skipped it. So I don't remember when Shin Megami Tensei came out. So if that helps any. Hopefully it does. So Bosk should be through here. The inspiration is very famously wizardry. Like very famously it's wizardry. Wizardry was very popular, very, very popular in Japan, and ASCII Entertainment, who was like publisher, partner from Soft for a long time. They still kind of are. They're both held by the same parent company these days. Yeah, so I guess the inspiration for this was just to get a fully polygonal dungeon crawler. They wanted to do wizardry, but they wanted to do it fully polygonal. So like the marketing on my copy of this game. Oh yeah, wizardry was turned into an anime. Yes, it had an anime adaptation, which was produced by ASCII Entertainment. But Wizardry was an American game for the PC from the 80s. It just hit like a Mack truck in Japan. Wizardry actually had like 8 iterations, and I think the last one was on the PS2, if I'm not mistaken. There could have been a PS3 version, but I don't think it went any further than Generation 7. Wait, do I not have it right? Am I supposed to look up a bit further? Okay. Not quite sure why that doesn't work. No. Wizardry? Wizardry is an American game. There's 8 iterations. And I think there's more iterations in Japan because it was so freaking popular over there. I could have sworn this goes here. Because there's a picture of dragons and a cup. Shouldn't it go there? Well, I know there's another one, so maybe it goes there instead. Maybe there are 2. Because there are 2 dragons. That would make sense. Like, Wizardry is like huge, but everything comes out of tabletop RPGs. There's a decent overview of it in episode 4 or 5 of High Score if you have Netflix. Talks a lot about tabletop RPGs' influence on early dungeon crawling games that were pretty much all command based, but them's the breaks, I guess. Oh, it's Spooter Room, okay. Check for graves. Bloodstones. We definitely need those. Okay. Trying. Hey, where'd you come from? No one said you could show up. So the idea was to make a fully polygonal game. No JPEGs. No JPEGs allowed. Thing is, you feel like a car. You obviously feel like a car in this game. Well, Miyazaki wasn't president at the time. It was Naotoshi Zin, and his second command was Tabeshima Nabeshima Toshifumi. I can speak today. Really. Honestly. Nabeshima doesn't work for FromSoft anymore. He went and directed Left Alive. Which I get, I don't know. Everybody has to start somewhere. Oh yeah, currently. But you'll find that they weren't not doing half of those things, because this game is way more about water than any of Miyazaki's games. I know Acer's Aesthetics had a great discussion about that in his last video, or Kingsfield 4. Yeah, like water. Water everywhere. Like Dark Souls was supposed to be about water too. Even Firelink Shrine looks like it was supposed to be like underwater. And then they switched to like fire at the last minute. Let's talk to an NPC. Oh yeah, we're always going to be speaking about water. Water and trees. That's my jam. So apparently my memory card borked, so we're doing this first floor again. Have you seen a young person who looks just like me around here? In fact, he's my son, but we had an argument and he ran off, and he's totally still alive, just sulking. Totally still alive. Thing is, a lot of the NPCs, they change their dialogue, but I don't know what the flags are for that, so we'll figure that out as we go along. Me, I never actually played Warcraft. I've seen it played. I've not, like, ever actually played it. That's what I've heard. Like, the lore is, like, super dense. The lore in this game gets really dense, too. And it's, like, the strangest thing. Here's a broken shovel. Still looking for illusory walls. There's lots of illusory walls. Yay! Yeah, shout out to Shovel Knight there. I hear you, skeletons. I don't exactly want anything to do with you. Thank you so much for the follow. I heard the follow chime, and I very much appreciate it. Oh yeah, this had 3. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the Kingsfield lore is a bit more than like the Dark Souls lore, partially because it's 3 interconnected games and then 1 that's not. Oh hey, there was stuff in here. I'll take the bloodstone. Thank you. Message. Nicholas Orman and Hans Orman. So this is where the grave robbers, spoiler alert, they're grave robbers, are staying. Because FromSoft loves the grave robber. Though my favorite one is still in Demon Souls. Ooh, Spooters and a Reaper. I don't remember seeing them either. I can take the spiders just fine, but it's the Reaper I'm worried about. I haven't aggroed the spiders yet, so that's fine. Oh, out of... I think it's this. Or maybe not. Welp. Look at him moving forward. Very, very slowly on his tiny little flesh meat. Alright, now we can probably take the spiders. Ooh. Light family key. Awesome. We're doing way better than we did last time. Last time we kind of meandered about. And got almost nothing done. No. not pause. I really like this game. I mean, even with it being so old, like, for real, this game could vote and rent a car, probably get a hotel room. But once you get into it, it's a lot of fun. Aha, okay. Let's try this one. Maybe it'll work here. Aha, it did. Sweet. So if you heard the sound, there was a fountain that we came across that should now be open. And it should be the main heal source. If there's anything like Kingsfield 2, then there will be like a different water type to restore your MP as well. Alright, well, let's go. Oh yeah, Sekiro is extremely dense. Like, really dense. With its interpretation of Japanese lore. Like, it's really dense. Hey, Stone! What's going on? Also, Armored Core 4 is actually really well done as far as Miyazaki games are considered. Although, I found AC4 harder to play than AC5. I find AC5 easier. Speaking of games with, like, extremely dense lore, Armored Core says hello. Snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes? Ugh. I don't like that at all. At least they're plentiful with the heal items. I've been, besides like my jokes about Elden Ring, I've been thinking that they will be a day-night cycle. And day-night cycles are something that FromSoft has been able to do since Eternal Ring, but hasn't really added them to very much lore things in Dark Souls. But there were day-night cycles in Sekiro, although Sekiro is hard to tell because Sekiro takes place over a single day. But I had a light family glory. Huh, I wonder why that's different. There is a day-night cycle in Dark Souls 3, but that's also hard to tell. And it's only used for one boss fight at the very end. Eternal Ring has it, doesn't really mean anything. Echo Knight has it. I wonder if... Okay. But this goes back to the first trailer, and the sun is not a thing you want to mess with in a Dark Souls game. The sun is either neutral or not benevolent, shall we say. Okay, we've been through here, and the trailer says something to the effect of that which guided the stars. And you can say that that's the sun. So wouldn't it be cool if there was a day-night cycle where enemies were more difficult as the game went to day or went to nighttime? Yeah, kind of. Although, it's tough to say Gyra is anything about the sun. Because Gyra in both Dark Souls and in Kingsfield is more about the cosmos / abyss. In FromSoft games, the abyss and the cosmos are actually the same thing. If you haven't thought about this, this might blow your mind. But the cosmos is the same as the abyss. This is basically confirmed in Shadow Tower Abyss, where the spaceship tree comes from the abyss, which is the cosmos. So yeah. Oh, we haven't spoken to the groundskeeper yet, have we? Mostly because we haven't gotten to Judas's hovel. We haven't saved it. I don't want to attack the skeleton before we save it. This assumes that the emulator will make it a permanent thing, but yeah. So, like I was saying, so Gyra could be the sun, but since Gyra and Calamite looks exactly the same, it's more to say that Gyra is the abyss, which is the cosmos. And also, the sky and the cosmos are one. So that gives another spin to that bit of Bloodborne lore. If you accept that the abyss is also the cosmos. Okay. I will always take the grasses. Indeed. And if you believe my crazy theory of Midir being a fake dragon, using the soul of Half-Light from Ulasil, that still works. Enslaved by the sun, the House of Sunlight. Oh hey, he's new. Was he here before? Mummies are difficult. I don't... What level am I? 5? YOLO? Hey! A weapon? We didn't get that last time either. Alright, so short sword. Guess we'll... Stamina recovers a bit slower. Okay, so we came back out into the central location. Half-Light is Midir, not Manus. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I just caught up on the chat. So Venetian Silver says Half-Light is also possibly Manus. Like, I'm not sure about that, but very possible. Anything's possible. Even half of my crazy theories. Okay, so we've been through here. The snakes have come back. But even though the stamina recharge is a little bit slower, it does hit a bit harder. Hold on, my dog's making noises. Loki, what are you doing? Yeah. I think the biggest tragedy of Shira is that the entire knighthood that she was part of was basically erased. My dog requires attention. Like, Shira is so loyal to the House of Sunlight. She's a true believer. And she gets done that dirty. The real Kingsfield was the Reapers we killed along the way. Ah, I hate the spikes. My dog is now playing with a toy. If you hear his squeak toy, that's what he's doing. Nice longer reach too, actually. Dang it, I really need to stop hitting the spikes. I don't know if that was at all worth it. Alright, is there a hidden wall? Why is this a thing? Why is this area a thing? Eh? Hidden... I'm trying to, like, arrange myself so I don't hit the spikes. So this used to be a fireplace. And this guy is super dead. But he made a trap at the door because there were monsters. So a lot of these people should be Commander Hauser's, King Reinhardt's people. Flesh tree gonna get you. Ah, I hit wrong. So there aren't any princesses in Kingsfield. Well, not really. I mean, Kingsfield 2 has the woman in the village, who was the sister of the big bad. Spoiler alert, I guess. She doesn't know, which is why she is the only one in the island to get sunlight, because her brother Necron is dictating who gets sunlight and who doesn't. By the way, sunlight. But she's not like a princess. She's just, you know, there. So, probably a new-ish trope, considering... Loki, do you mind? Okay. Back to the grave robber. Mushrooms, though, have been in FromSoft forever. Yeah, she could be like a shout out to Princess Peach. Commoner's grave. I know I'm nearby. But I keep going in the same, like, direction. Alright, we've been here. This is the grave robber location, and there's a skeleton that I can't seem to figure out where they are. Dang it. We're back here, which is nice, but not what we need. Patches besides Demon Souls Remastered? No, I really liked how they ended his Dark Souls thing. Like, I really liked it. As my dog plays with his own toy. Yeah, it felt like an ending, and it was really, like, I really liked it. And a fine dark soul to you. I really do want that as a t-shirt. That'd be great. Oh, I'd love a Manus plushie. That'd be freaking great. Dead ahead. I see what you're doing, FromSoft. Dang it. He really was. He was the friend we made along the way. Is there a secret door? Yeah, it does look a bit like a door. Here's the guy with the cross we need. Yeah, the Kloishmart. Ricard is in Echo Knight. Oh boy. Yeah, we're actually if you play this game, you feel really speedy too. Broken sword. Another Reaper. Don't usually like battle axes. Okay, we have fought that guy, and we are locked, so... Just gonna head back, I guess. I really need to find the save point. Been through there. Okay, here's Judas. We went from 88 experience to 648 experience. That's why I was like mentally going, hey, where's the save point? So this is Judas Cross, not Judas Priest. He's Judas Cross, a priest. Naoto Shizen, a Judas Priest fan, confirmed. So he tells us that the Golden Cross was stolen. We've already found it. It's being sold for 1,800. It's basically being held for ransom. This is the owner of that place with the cozy fireplace. Oh, aren't you the commander's son, John? Can't believe to tell you how much the commander has helped me. I'd like to help you too, somehow, but I just sold my graveyard map to a suspicious parent and his child a few minutes ago. We've met that's father. His son is totally alive. Totally. I mean, it's a FromSoft game, of course it is. Of course they are alive. Yeah. So this is the exit. We can't enter here right now to be able to turn off the trap. We're just going to keep going. The commoner's graveyard is locked. He doesn't fit. Okay. Sen's Fortress is essentially like a send up to Kingsfield a little bit. A lot of the Sen's Fortress traps are like Kingsfield so much. Okay. We'll have to go back through there because there's a bunch of stuff we like skipped out on. But I want to go all the way up to So we did already meet a member of the Light family. He is the first shopkeeper you came across. Now we'll try to do some deeper exploration. there was nothing through there, okay. Alright, never mind. Let's see if there's any, like, other illusory walls. Maybe here? No, it's locked, okay. You can see how fast you start feeling comfortable with levels. Are they still all ringing the bell at the same freaking, like, dungeon where you shouldn't be getting co-op because it's actually harder if you co-op Defiled AMG? Like, co-oping Defiled AMG is literally hard mode. I find it way harder. Yeah, Fire Dog. Fire Dog I like co-oping. Helping other people do that. Defiled AMG is a pain in the rear. Let's see here. Which way did we not go before? I don't mind Defiled Dog. Although, when I first played Bloodborne, it took me like a week. Of course, I was stubborn and using a Rider Palash. That was my sword of choice during my first playthrough. I freaking love the Rider Palash. Armored Core references and everything. Side note, here's the funniest, hey, did you play that? You played this game thing, right? So, Ninja Blade has the father of Michael Wilson from Metal Wolf Chaos in it. And I'm like, come on, FromSoft, you can't not reference yourselves, ever. Yeah, that'll be fun to see people show it back up because PS5 and Bloodborne being free with PS Plus. Level increase. I've basically just gone around in a circle. That's annoying. No poison! I'm being really reckless. I should calm my jets. Hmm. Let's hug this wall. I know we haven't done anything because last time we found where all the skeletons are hiding. Man, that's really what next gen is about. Next gen is about not the graphics. The graphics are pretty much okay with Generation 8. What everything is going to be like hinged on is lighting. And lighting is going to make so much of the difference in so many games. Like, look at the difference with DMC5. Like, the lighting makes that game almost look new. And the work that's being done on Dark Souls 2 and its lighting is just, like, incredible. So he is more sturdy than a Reaper, taking 5 hits instead of just 4. Yeah. Hey, speaking of that grave robber son, he was totally alive. There he is. Totally alive. Totally not dead. So here's the map. This is the map of the floor. It's actually really interesting. Let me look at it again. It feels like it makes more sense in context. The repeating textures makes it feel like it makes more sense. Of course, I have a weird sense of direction in the Chalice dungeons. Like, I kind of always know where to go in the Chalice dungeons, and they're way smaller. Here I can get confused, but once I can reorient myself on something, like the middle hallway, then I feel like then I know where the direction I need to be going. But you can see the extent to which King Reinhardt's mission to find magical objects in the catacombs, like, made this thing is a huge undertaking. They've been digging and digging and digging on floor 1, and maybe other floors. And then suddenly, there were massacres. But this is young Hans. We knew he well. FromSoft and maps, not their strong suit. Maps are just not their strong suit. These are the kinds of games you want to be making your own map for if you are not as, like, weird as I am with directions. So the story with Hans and his father is that they are grave robbers. And they had an argument, and the younger Orman pieced out in a huff and ended up in the clutches of a mummy who killed him. Fat lot of good his map did him. Glad I killed the scorpions in 2 hits now. So the broken shovel is probably the younger Orman. His shovel died. His shovel, like, broke. He tried maybe going back to his father, and it didn't work. He died clutching his map. Your son, I've got some bad news. There was a map of this graveyard that I needed to find graves to loot. I mean, not loot. I need to know where I should dig for new graves. I think my son must have taken it. Yeah. Yeah. So, there's the evidence that they are grave robbers. Bruh, your son's dead. I got your map. I guess you don't want it. Whatever. FromSoft stories. News at 11. That's the Orman family abode. Okay, there's no exit here. That's just the dragon temple that we put the gold cup in. We're kind of just grinding away for gold to buy the gold cross. I need to figure out where to use the Light family chests. I'll have to start looking at the chests that are locked, and that's pretty much most of the ones that we came across last time. I know there's a few bits of armor that we still haven't gotten. Just start looking around for that stuff too. Pretty much all the standard ones. Wind Cutter, which is the Krona, Light, Circle, and Dark Souls. Light spells, heal spells, fireballs in it. A lot of them are elementals. Like the light spell you start with is basically holy. The game will not tell you. See if we can't get through. Ah, dang it. Lots of spells. Way more than there are in Shadow Tower Abyss. I had most of them in Kingsfield 4, if you were around for those streams. There's even a wall in Kingsfield 4 that keeps track of the spells for you. You don't get anything because there's no achievements in PlayStation 2 games. But there's a whole wall that lights up as you find their spells. It's nice for, you know, showing off, I guess. Okay, so this is one guy who was annoying as heck last time. But this time, I'm way stronger. So let's try this key. You sure? Okay. Ooh, he only takes 3 hits now. Okay, so let's go all the way to the left and then go south, I guess. We can't go through there. Maybe there's a hidden wall. this wall. I'm actually really just looking for new hallways. But we've been through all of these. So it looks like we're only waiting for the moment that we get the cross. Come around here. Switch walls. This must be really soothing to watch if you're not bored. Lichen-covered walls, moss-covered walls. We really should get back to the start too, so we can get some heal waters. Okay, so we must have finished that loop. So let's get back to the central hallway. Fix my earphones because they're starting to hurt my ears. So down this way is Judas. This gives us another save because we might as well. Let's see if he has anything new to say, because he might. I have a faint feeling that dark magical forces are growing stronger. No, really? The mummies didn't give that out to you? Like, The walking skeletons, giant spiders, none of that? Does someone have his wicked hands in this? See if the other NPC has anything new to say. I don't actually know what the flags are. I think I mentioned that. Maybe the walkthrough does. The priest had a gold cross stolen a little while ago and doesn't know what to do. I felt so sorry for him that I did him a favor and gave him the deceased key, which I had received from the king. Anyway, it unlocks various places. Alright, so there's your clue that it is very vitally important to get the gold. Yeah, Gascoigne is a father. You have the Velka priests in Dark Souls. You have this guy. That's locked, I think. You have Judas Priest over here. I mean, Judas Cross, I'm sorry. You know, infringement on... Trying not to infringe here on your copyrights over here. I did that, but is there anything? I actually kind of like the music. That's one thing I'll miss from Demon Souls Remake. The fact that there's, Alright, skeleton. I'm back. I'm level 9 now. Still gonna die. Jesus, he's sturdy. Hooray! I love the mini trumpet so much. Ha 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 ha. I think there's a spell to see all the hidden walls, which, you know, comes back in Dark Souls 2. So if you're actually good at this game instead of like me, and you can kill that skeleton, you are rewarded mightily, because a shield would be real nice to have for your defense values at the start. Because if you remember, I could kill them in like 2 hits, but that one took like 5 at level 9. I should have gotten everything out of here. Could just see John Alfred Forester with his like little ring of keys. Like a janitor. He's like, which one? I wonder if there's anything hidden out here. Alright. Oh, hey. Oh, no. I was looking at the wrong bar. Hey, Souls at Zero. It's great for you to join us for whatever time you've got. We're exploring. I'm also kind of trying to grind for gold to press on a little bit. We have a map. We found a dead kid. It looks like we might have gotten everything here except for like the locked stuff, so let's press on, I guess. Let's go this way. Oh, hey, here's that fountain I turned on earlier. Hey, MP restore! Sweet, we don't have to mess with, like, different colored waters. That's amazing. Now, if only I could get a flask of some sort. I can use my magic again. Sweet. Let's explore. Ray fountain. Start from the top and then work myself back down. Nothing? Okay. Da 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 da. Wrong game, I know. You hear the rave fountain? Total whiff. This spider does not want to get hit. This is a doozy. Glad I have my magic back. Alright, cool. This is a new area. Ooh, a hidden door. Wow. That's a dragon. 1993. It's sealed. This is part of the Dragon Temple tile set. Wonder why. I wonder why this is here. Is it just an extra thing to hide for the hidden door? Just get wrecked. How are we doing on gold? We're almost there, actually. There's the scholar again. Oh boy, what? Breastplate. Must have been on this guy. The real grave robber is the protagonist in FromSoft games. Don't give up, skeleton. What the heck is this? Moss covered. Stone. Just kind of there. Right. Time to play. Mash the circle button on the walls. guess there's, nada? Skeptical. Scholar again. Looks like we made the circle. Hey, thank you for the follow. It's really appreciated. You have a lot of people out there looking for your time. I'm glad you're spending it here. Ah, damn it. Tomato! Aha. Need the fountain. Give me rave water. Need the MP. Alright, let's exit. So this should be his. What does he have, anyway? A lot of things. This is locked, isn't it? I bet. Aha, I did. Ooh. Positively wonderful. And there's a save point right here. Do you have anything new to say? He does. It seems this graveyard was originally built as a monument to honor the dragon. If you want to know more, I've heard there's a scholar that researches the legends of the dragon. You should look for him. I did that. He's dead. Yeah, you're a bit late. Or I'm a bit early. One of the two. So now we have enough gold. We should head back down to the other shop. And buy the cross. That's still locked, I think. Like, if you're gonna be a thief in a place that's basically sealed off from the rest of the world, what's the point? Like, what are you gonna do with it? Like, what's the point? Like, it's not like Reinhardt's gonna let you out. Reinhardt's a big tree. I think he could care less about you just getting out. Sorry for the spoilers. Ooh, money. Don't need to go that way, though. Give me all of the gold, even if it's just a penny. Shop should be this way. Make sure I'm not gonna get snuck up on behind. So that's the thing. That's empty. Because there's a bunch of grave robbers in the area you see. Uh-huh. And here's the shop. So... like... it must be really boring being a shopkeeper on floor 1 of the Kingsfield 1, because everybody's dead. Or like, they're sweeping their hovels. Like, who are you gonna sell to? Do you happen to have a phantom rod? If you do, I'll buy it for a good price. It's easier to find treasures if you use one. What else does he got? Let's take a look at the Kloishmard. There it is. Super glue. Gorilla glue. There's the Crescent Axe, by the way. It's in every FromSoft game, almost. Wow, that looks really cool, actually. That actually looks really cool. There's the fire mail. Tower shield. Leg guards. Dragon tree leaf. Dragon tree fruit. Light ring. We found one of these. It's doing work. What we spent all our money on. Stupid and cross. Freaking 1,800 gold for a freaking key. can't wait to see Blue Point's lovingly designed spiders. Although who knows when I'll be able to see it. Like, I have Demon Souls pre-ordered, but no PS5. Hopefully I'll be able to get it by the end of the year. You know, you'd think that, like, a princeling or somebody of the royal cast would come in with some money. You'd think. Alexander had an excuse. He was shipwrecked. Pub before the quest. Did I go the right way? Hopefully I went the right way. No, I did not go the right way. It's north, not south. Hi, do you have anything to say before I give it to you? You have found my gold cross. I don't know why this key of the dead was brought into the graveyard or what exactly it is good for, but please take it. Hopefully, it will be of some use to you in the future. If you want to learn healing magic, you would have to ask the bishop. There is a sage on the floor below who supposedly uses water magic, but I do not know if he would teach you. What, you can't? Like, how am I gonna go to the bishop? How are you going to go to the bishop? Stuff's closed, man. You're gonna starve in here. Just teach me the healing magic. Jerk. Let's take a look at the new... Ah, keys look, he looks really nifty. Alright, so let's go around looking at what this opens. This probably opens this door, so let's try it. Yep, opens this door. Alright, we're in new world, everybody. Let's see how many hits it takes. It's a FromSoft game, which means the skeletons are perilous. I screwed that up. Like, seriously, FromSoft made a tech demo for the PlayStation 2 before the PlayStation 2 was launched. Part of that tech demo? Skeletons. All skeletons. Oops, all skeletons. See if the gravestones have anything neat. FromSoft is at the forefront of skeleton and mech technology. Man, it's been 2 hours, and I should wrap up, but I really want to keep going. You joke, Barrow, but it's for real. Like, I don't remember where I saw the video. I think Chris has it on his YouTube channel. But yeah, it's like a short video, like 20 seconds. But there's like an undead dragon and a bunch of skeletons in it because because FromSoft. Gravestone. Another night sword, sweet. Just in case you weren't lucky like we were and got it off a drop. I kind of want to spend $300 at Home Depot and get that like giant skeleton. The one that's on the internet. It's entirely too expensive, but it's just a huge skeleton. Ooh, a thing over there. I want it. Ah, you missed the mummies. Bloodstones don't do anything, but they are 250 gold. If you can keep it. Ooh, where'd you come from, my dude? I should use magic on those guys because they're unpredictable, but it seems like a waste because it's only 2 hits. Magic is used to stun enemies because they don't have patterns, which makes this game kind of a little bit difficult. You just kind of have to hope. There's a door here and I want to know what it does. Is it a door? Could have sworn it was a door. Huh. Not a door. Oh, that scared me. Yeah, it definitely has big door energy. Is this the infinite spider thing that I heard about? It's a good thing spooters are easy. Skeleton. Don't give up. Never give up. Yeah, this is the infinite spider thing. They come out through that hole right there. It's a good place to grind your levels. Hit the top of the ceiling. This room can hold a lot of spiders. That's broken. Let's see if this key works. Wait. Oh, I thought that was a hidden door. Yes, I've got one. You can't use it. I have a small. This is what I've got for equipment. Wait, that's what I got for equipment right now. Night sword, which is the second sword we found. Light needle is the spell. Small shield is the shield. Iron mask is the face. A breastplate. No pants. You start naked. No money, no pants. A window, just a window to the outside world. And a terrible map. Did that skeleton? Yeah, he did. The draw distance. Yep. Wow, there's hidden walls all over the shop. Thanks for telling me that everything is a lie. Bye, tomato. Okay, that goes down. And this goes on the same level. Okay, so we'll do this one first. Yeah, fake walls. Uh, yeah, your power is your stamina. So power and magic is your magic stamina and your strength stamina. Um, if you hit when you don't have any stamina, you don't do any damage. That's why I back up and wait. Is this a bad idea? Was that a bad idea? Certain weapons will restore your stamina a lot faster. You won't see that for a while. Ooh, Morning Star, sweet. I'll have to try that on some plant enemies. So now the hard part, getting out. You're nothing, I think. Or maybe you're something. Back into Spooter room. Spooter gang. Come on. Alright, we need to go. We need to go. Yeah, they drop a lot of gold. It's a place to... It is strictly a place to grind out. Because the skeletons can be a bit of a chore. Yeah. Well, I can two-shot them, but they're still a bit of pain. That must have been a crit. Wonderful. Let's see. Nope, not there. There's still another key to get, I guess. Very much like Resident Evil, you have to use items, like... That's something the modern era fixed, I believe. You don't have anything new to say, right? Have you already been to the Dragon Temple in the depths here? The way is marked, so it is easy to find, but it seems someone removed the cup that used to be there. Once again, you guys are like 2000 and late over here. Okay, we don't need this right now. We've been there. Like close to the central hallway. Oh, for crying out loud. Give me my pennies, thank you. Which means maybe this way. I'm amused at how we didn't come back up the way we came in to that area. It did link into this area. go this way. And would you look at that? It did do something. Sweet. So the switch we hit killed the trap. So let's see. Yeah, it crosses a save point. The greed got me. I should have come out and then healed, but I might not save this. Oh, look at that. So these are teleport points. There are 5 floors in Kingsfield, and basically your entire objective per floor is to get to the next floor. Teleport! And you can come back up if you wanted to. Okay. I'm gonna take a peek. At the next floor. So each floor is a different era. As you get further down, it's older, it's weirder. And more Sense Fortressy, I guess. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this FromSoft trap over here. Yeah, you can hear the skeletons in the... Are you... I'm Eric. Gil says you're looking for the commander? If so, you'll need to go even lower, though it seems there's some trouble down there. Kind of trouble, my dear. This music slaps, actually. I like this song. Nobles Graveyard. So the first floor was the commoners, and this is the nobles. Bluetooth just freaked out, I guess. I'm using my DualShock 4. I've only got the sticks map, so I'm playing it not as kind of intended, but... A ghost! Doesn't seem to be dying at all. I guess it just did. It took a lot of hits, though. We are level 12. And our class has changed to High Soldier. just taking a peek. Yeah, seriously. If I was a kid... Knights and Soldiers Graveyard. But why would the Knights and Soldiers need that? What does this do? Oh. Okay. Turned off the track. Poison. Guess we're not going that way. Ghost is back. Being Ghost. I really should, like, probably charge my controller. But I really want to know what's... Hey, what's that? Whoa, check it out! It's a golem! Wow, he hits real hard. That's awesome! Ah, he makes a cool sound when he dies. Alright. Flop. Alright, okay. So I have my Bluetooth DS4, and it's been about almost 3 hours. So I probably need to charge it up again. Oh, I need to get out of here. I'm being hit on all sides. Mummies are cool. Mummies. Alright, let's do one more save. I heard the dungeon's guard was swallowed by a man-eating monster called a head eater. In a single bite, they say. People are just dying left and right in here. Eric, out of the way. Eric, please. Note to self. You should probably save upstairs. Anyway. On the event that I might have to do this again if my emulator doesn't like save this memory card, I'll probably do it again, try fix it again. If not, if it does work this time, then I'll probably play tomorrow if I have some time. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much for joining me. And I'll see you hopefully soon. Circle is... Yes, circle. Okay. Circle. Alright. Thank you guys very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Kingsfield. Bye, everybody.